Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun. Well, hell's bells, this thing is really starting to come together now. We've got most of the mechanisms done. Tomorrow, I think we're going to come in, if we don't get started on this other project. The guy hasn't brought the money in for the other project yet. You know, and I refuse to start until I get a deposit. So there we go. So I get to continue to play. So anyhow, what we decided is we're going to come in with this piece of stainless, and we're going to cut 3/4 inch plugs and knurl them and drill them and put those as finger bolts out here. And then also we need some finger bolts back here to, once the thing gets adjusted, then the bolt underneath, or the nut underneath, will pull everything tight and hold it in place. So we're going to have to make 6 finger nuts. 3 of them will be just kind of little pancakes, and 3 of them are going to kind of be more like funnels. So that's tomorrow, or maybe tomorrow, maybe not. It could be 3 months from now. That's how this project's been going. So, but anyhow, this is Nick Collier. Stick around. We're gonna have some more fun. Okay, so we've got 3 plugs cut, and now what we want to do is, so we're going to come in and bring it down to size, and then create a radius to kind of make a nice finish to it. So first thing we want to do is come down to size. Let's do that. All right, we're looking at somewhere around 300. Let's make it 250 and we'll call it even, because we want definitely enough room. So 250 would give us that, and we'll take that down to, no, it's 250 from center. Okay, so then that's a 1/2 inch, right? And we're looking at more like 1 inch. All right, we'll give it a 1 inch shot. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And we're going to come in to that shoulder right there. Well, there's no shoulder there yet, but there will be one, I promise. Alright, that's a good start. Now what we're going to do is take this out and put a free one in. Free meaning one that doesn't have a bit in it. Of course, this one has 3 bits in it. But we're going to take them out. And we're going to slide a contour bit in here that I just got through grinding. It should give us everything that we're looking for. Okay, so Let's bring that in and see if that's gonna do something. I believe it is. And we want to slow this thing way down. Okay, we've got ourselves a reasonably nice contour right there. And as you saw, well, maybe you didn't because I fast forwarded it for you, but it took probably 15 or 20 minutes to cut that contour and make it smooth and get it all set up. So we're not going to use this, this bit here. What we're going to do is we're going to take and put a couple of center holes in both sides of this, and then take this and put it down in the tracer attachment and use it as our model and make 5 more that will be that same shape. So I think that's the better way to go. We're gonna go ahead and run our center hole down the middle of this first. You know what, I think we're gonna put a smaller center in because we don't need a huge one. How about a little micro center here, or center drill? There we go. Ugh. Okay, we got our center hole. A little bit of a sharp edge there. I think I want to get rid of that. Because sure as hell I'll cut myself. Hey. Hey, how's it going, Baptiste?
Everything good, and you?
Hey, pretty good, pretty good. Hang on a sec. Playing.
20 watts.
Playing. Play. P-L-A-Y.
What is it?
Playing, having fun.
Ah, yeah, I had fun.
This is not work.
I know. Ah, okay. Ah,
This is
for
a knob, yep.
for Lily. No? No, no.
Well, okay, the button I didn't work because my follower is pretty short and it would not reach up here without banging up against this ledge here. So we're going to have to make something flat so the follower can find it. So that's not too difficult. We're going to drill a hole here. Let's go ahead and drill an auto hole. Come on. There we go. All right, we got a starter hole. Come in with a 1 inch. Well, that's almost 1 inch. I think this is a 15/16. Take our drill bit out. Take our chuck out. We'll see if we can come in with this 1 inch. I mean, it'll probably work. And it'll give us a much smoother edge, so we don't have to do too much work to it. All right, let's come up a bit. There we go. And down onto the hole. We got about another 1/16, I believe. Oh, I guess I better tighten it, hadn't I? Ouch! Hot. All right, so we've got our arch cut. And we've got a bunch of stuff to cut away and retrim, and we will go do that and be right. Okay, so we've got our piece set up, and we're going to put it in the holder here. Yep, that'll go good right there. And this one can work here. Ah. Nice, I just flattened the tip of that, but not too badly. Alright, bring this in there. Tighten everybody up. And swing that back just a little bit. Okay, we're ready to go again. Okay, now we're sitting too low, so we've got to take a, can you see up here? Not really, can you? All right, so there we go. I built this spacer. This is what it came with, so which meant that this whole box assembly was up this high, and it was going to be totally in the way of everything. So I dropped it down. But now it's the pointer is too low, so we got to take the spacer out. And that's fairly easy. Pop it out. Put this back in. Put the spacer up on top so it doesn't get lost. And tighten our nut back up. There we go. That comes in just about at the right point. Can you see down below there? Yeah, almost. There we go. It's probably so small you can't see it anyhow. The point needs to be just a little bit lower. Someplace right in there. And also straightened out. And that looks pretty good. Tighten the pivot. Tighten the head. Square it up. Square up our point. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe the point wants to be just a little bit rotated. That looks pretty good. Okay, everybody nice and snug. Nope. And let's come back around. All right, well, here we are again. It's the next morning, and I've actually been at this for a little while trying to figure out how to get everything all set up. This tracer attachment is a great tool, but it takes forever to figure it out. Probably mostly because I hardly ever use it, and I forget what how the thing works, and I have to relearn it every time. But we've got 2 knobs made. You can see 1 and 2, and so we have 4 more to do, or 4 more? 3 more. 4 more. 4 more to do. And we've got a plug all set to go, and we're going to put it in the chuck and get rolling. First thing we got to do, because our bit was, maybe I want to just dress that bit up just a little bit. That's better. It just picked up a little piece of material. All right. So what we have to do is turn the tracer attachment on and back it up all the way to so that it's not hitting when it comes into the, you can see it's hitting like a champ. And we don't want to take a full cut at one time. We want to take, 10 or 15 thousandths, which is all this thing will handle, especially with stainless steel. And I guess I could have used brass, but you know, I didn't have brass, so stainless is the number. And I've already polished one side, so I'll put that in. We're going to give it a spin. That looks pretty good. I'm thinking we want to come out just a little bit more. Straight. Yeah, that's gonna work. So we're now looks like we want to cut about 100 thousandths, and I don't want to cut that much at one time. We're just gonna take a kiss cut for now. Actually, that's more than... All right, there's number 3. And at this point I have to go and cut some more length, so but you know, I'm thinking it might be better just to go ahead and put it in here if it'll fit. I can't remember if it will or not. I'm thinking it's gonna. Yep, it's gonna fit. And we need this set to be a little bit longer. So I'm gonna do some measurements and I'll be back. Okay, well, that's the second one, or no, the first one of the long ones. So we've got that one done. We need to drill a hole in it, probably about 1.5 inches long, in order to be able to thread it and get that thing to work. So we're going to drill a hole in it and cut it off and then start again tomorrow. As it is, I'm going into town and have a little lunch. Well, okay, so we've got one done, and we have 2 more to make, and we're set up here, ready to go, and I believe our tracer attachment is in a good position. I had to shift it a little bit, but I think we're going to be okay. Turn the attachment on. There it is, and we're a little close, so let's bring it out. Well, it looks to me like that bit is pushing metal rather than cutting it. So I think it's probably a good idea to go ahead and take the bit out and give it a good sharpening. Okay, so that means, let's see if we can, well, we can go by that. Yeah, all right, that's good. Yeah, that stainless steel, boy, it just, you know, it plays hell on everything. Well, I'll be back. All right, we're back with a fresh bit. Let's see what we can do. Well, I destroyed that sucker, didn't I? God damn it. Yep, it's a goner. Well, I'd forgotten to turn on the tracer. And now it's on. Well, you know, it is what it is. Now we got to go find another bit that's going to work and lose this amazing Kennametal bit. Could it be saved? Well, it could be saved, but maybe in another situation. It just knocked a whole corner off of that. We'll be back. Well, it turns out I have a second one. Where I got it, I don't know. You know, I look on eBay on a regular basis for bit groups, or you know, and they'll sell, oh, a dozen, 2 dozen bits for, you know, 20, 30 bucks. And I snatch them up, especially ones that have good contours and all that. And oftentimes there's 2 or 3 carbide bits in there, and it turns out I have 2 of these. So we're back in business without even trying. And this time we're going to be just a little bit more careful about turning the the tracer attachment on. I thought for sure it was in good shape, but obviously not. Okay, we're going to turn that on first and see where it goes. Okay, that's pretty good. Now we can just kind of bring it back, whoops, the other way. We're going to run out of room here any minute. There we go. Okay. Now we'll bring it in close, and we know that we've dove in here about, oh, I don't know, 20, 30 thousandths really fast. So at this point, we're going to come back in and clean things up. Let's give that a try and see what we got. For a brand new sharp bit, that thing isn't cutting too well. So let's turn everything off. pull the bit out, go and sharpen it. Could just be a funny angle. Yeah, we'll give it a sharpening. Okay, well, it looked brand new, but it had just a little bit of a chip out of that very point, so nice that I could sharpen it. Let's get started. Okay, so here's what's going on, is we've got just a little bit of an outward taper on this, and I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm turning off the tracer attachment and just using the head as it is, and just going in until I blend it in with the rest of that. So let's give that a try and see what it works. Okay, so we're ready to run a thread down that, but this thing looks like, I mean, looks to me like it's pretty hot. So I think we're going to give it a few minutes just to chill out a little bit, and then we can run that thread in. So we'll be back. Okay, so we've got the tap in there. Let's put a little Go Juice on that. Get our crescent wrench and go to town. Okay, one more done. We have one more of this size to go, and then a single one to go, and of course we've got the knurling and other assorted things, but we will get back to that soon. And whether I have enough room for one more, I don't know. Or I mean for two more. It doesn't look like it to me. But we'll figure something out.